Hi, I'm Sandy Atnip. Welcome again to Impact on Purpose, how to be intentional with your influence. Today we're going to talk about what's your sphere. You know, all of us have experience, abilities, background, where you grew up, the things that you've learned, and your strengths, your abilities, your giftings, and that's all a part of you. And most people have in their what would be called sphere of influence, maybe there's 12 people, on the average 12 people, that you come in contact with pretty much every week. Those are people that you have influence with. Maybe you're a student and it's some of your friends at school, or if you're a teacher, certainly you have a lot of influence, or maybe you work at Starbucks and you've got the same customers that come through every day, or your family, or your neighbors, or people that you work with, or that you go to church with. Those are all people within your sphere of influence. And so I heard a great message recently by Pastor Chris Hodges, and he's from Alabama, and the name of his church is Church of the Highlands. And they did a series on Change Your World. And he talked about your sphere of influence. And here's how you find out what your sphere is. There are 3 pieces to it. And he said, first of all, who are your people? So I ask you today, who are your peeps? Who are your people that you come in contact with all the time? Some of them live under the same roof. Some of them work at the same place. Some of them shop at the same stores. Those are your people. And the next thing is, what's your place? You're in a specific place for a reason. You may think, I didn't want this job. I didn't want to live in this town. But obviously you're there for a reason. And so that's your place. That's your place of influence there. The community that you live in, the church that you attend, the place that you work, the county that you're in, that's your place. And so you got your people, number 1. You've got your place, number 2. And the third thing is, what's your passion? There are people that are in your heart that nobody else cares about. There are subjects or topics. Maybe you just love music. Maybe you're passionate about politics or business. Maybe you love children or the elderly, or you love to go help people at the hospital. Or maybe you're passionate about going to another country and helping in an orphanage, or maybe to start an orphanage. That's a passion that's in you. And that's a sphere of influence for you that somebody else doesn't have. And so think about it today. When you go, I don't know who I influence. What's my sphere? Then I ask you, who are your people? What's your place? And what are your passions? And so think about that. And then today, do something about that. On purpose. On purpose. Impact the people. And be intentional with the influence that you have in your very own sphere.